Hoyt, along with meteorologist Nathan Scott, here for 6:30 Central, and our friend the spider continues to
Still there.
hang around, literally. We have once again put a weather impact alert in for tomorrow, I believe. You've got the details for us there, Nathan.
Yeah, tomorrow night is when things could turn ugly, Rolly. We do have that weather impact alert. I'm going to start it off here around 9 o'clock, but honestly, it could hold off until after midnight for a large part of central Arkansas, and it will go all night long, even into Saturday. It looks like that chance of strong to severe thunderstorms will be in play. Everything is on the table, and that does include the potential of storms trying to produce tornadoes. So the best idea is have several ways to receive warning notifications that will wake you up, because we may have to deal with tornado warnings out there for Friday night. During the day on Friday, it's pretty quiet. It's just going to be very warm, humid, and also breezy. So typical severe weather setup here in central Arkansas. But you see the storms really start to flare up by time after sunset. Oklahoma, West Arkansas, this is 2:30 in the morning. It just starts to approach central Arkansas. So tomorrow, it's just getting prepared during those daylight hours as the temperatures climb up into the low 80s. I'm going to have more on the threats and also talk about how the weekend is expected to unfold coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. It has been another busy day in Washington as funding for the Department of Homeland Security continues to be held up while Secretary Kristi Noem is shown the door. She came under intense scrutiny for her handling of the immigration crackdown in Minnesota, especially her response to the shooting deaths of Renee Good and Alex Pretty by federal agents. But what seemed to be the last straw for the president, President Trump, came during Noem's testimony on Capitol Hill this week that included questions from Republican Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana about an expensive DHS ad campaign. On her way out, though, she thanked those who put on a uniform.
To everybody in the room that puts on a uniform, that wears a badge, that steps out every single day and does something that so few others do, put your life on the line for your brothers and your sisters and your families, and you do it in your home community, I want to say thank you.
Noem is not completely out of a job. The president has assigned her to a new position called Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas, where she says she will work with the Secretaries of State and Defense to combat the flow of drugs into the country. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin has been tabbed to replace her, and that could open the door for Democrats to end the stalemate and end the shutdown of DHS as it now nears its third week. The strikes in Iran continue tonight for a sixth day. The president says he expects to have a role in choosing Iran's new leader. In an interview with multiple news outlets, he warned that choosing the son of the late Supreme Leader would not be acceptable, but he did not offer an alternative. So far, more than 1,200 people have been killed, overwhelmingly in Iran. Many Americans, though, are also wondering about the possibility of an attack here on U.S. soil. That is leading to an increase in some patrols in different parts of the nation. Counterterrorism experts say law enforcement is also actively monitoring the threats posed by armed groups in other countries that Iran supports, as well as by individuals the regime hires to carry out its attacks. But they added all Americans need to do their part.
People need to think before they click things in cyberspace. They need to think before they download things. And in our physical surroundings, people should go about their daily lives. But that phrase, if you see something, say something, be extra vigilant right now.
Counterterrorism experts say that advice also goes for Americans living abroad. All evening, we've been reporting on two people from Arkansas who are stuck in the Middle East, but now we want to introduce you to one man stranded on his way home from vacation. Here's Imtiaz Taib with details on the American caught in the middle.
For social media influencer Oliver Sims, it was the vacation of his dreams.
This is crazy.
A friend's wedding in India, where he had the time of his life. But on his way home to Dallas, in the 2-hour layover in the Qatari capital Doha, this happened.
I am in the Doha airport, and I'm stuck here.
After the U.S. and Israel launched its war on Iran, and airspace across the Gulf was closed. We met the 24-year-old at the Doha seafront.
It's been really scary because, there have been a few times when I've heard these extremely loud explosions.
Qatar has faced some of the most intense Iranian strikes on the Gulf. Its Hamad International Airport is one of the world's top 10 busiest for global travel. This morning, all flights remain canceled.
Have you been in touch with the State Department?
I have, yes, but it's just kind of all over the place.
Are you angry at anyone?
I'm not angry. I am definitely just disappointed, just in the way that it has been handled and the way that U.S. citizens here are being taken care of or lack of.
And in the last few hours, more explosions could be heard here in the skies above Doha as Qatari forces continue to intercept incoming Iranian fire. Now, the intensified strikes come as Americans living in the compound that houses the U.S. embassy here had to be evacuated to nearby hotels, while thousands more Americans, including Oliver, remain stranded. Imtiaz Taib, CBS News, Doha, Qatar.